Hello again, everybody, and welcome to day 3,417 of this quarantine. And I was thinking that probably what you've been doing a lot is playing a lot of board games with your family because, there's really not a lot else to do, with all the power off and the TV and the cable down and everything. You kind of have to, you kind of have to wing it. And so one of the things that my family always enjoyed doing was playing board games. And one of the things I like to do is try to evaluate these board games and see how close to real life they actually are. Because a lot of board games are about real life. Think about Monopoly, you think about the game of life, which is supposed to be life. And so I wanted to look at a couple of these games over the next few days and see exactly how realistic they are. And the first one I'm going to start with today is a great game called Battleship. This one has been around for pretty much my entire life. And I fell in love with it the moment I saw it because there's two things right here that everybody loves: battle and ships. And so the moment I opened it up, I was hooked. So how realistic is this? How much like an actual battle, an actual war, is this game? Well, first of all, there is a lot of realism in the parts. You can see that is what a destroyer pretty much looks like. And a battleship or a aircraft carrier like this, I've actually been on one of those, the Yorktown, and that's pretty much what it looks like. And that's about it. After that, really nothing else resembles real life. And I learned this the hard way because growing up, I thought, well, this is just how war is conducted. But then as I got older and I had friends that joined the military, I have a number of friends in the Navy who tell me this is not accurate at all. So as you know, you play the game, you set your boat up in the middle of the ocean. You just put them around here. And then people take turns trying to lob missiles and torpedoes at you to see if they can sink your ships. Now, if you were going to play, if real war was like this, it would look something like this. You'd have some general on some bridge somewhere going, well, let's see, we got to defeat the enemy. Give me a map, Smithers. And Smithers would come in with a map. And he'd say, we're ready, sir. Where do you want us to hit now? And he's like, launch your torpedoes. And I want you to strike there. And then they would launch your missiles at that latitude and longitude. And then you would wait a few minutes, and then the phone would ring. Yes. Oh, man. Captain, the enemy said that we missed their ship. They also said nanny, nanny, boo, boo while they were on the phone. And so now, what do you do now? Now the captain would have to go like, all right, well, there's no ship there. What about there? Fire your missiles right there. And they would fire the missiles. And then they would call up the enemy, and the enemy would say, you hit our battleship. It's a tremendous victory for us, Captain. We hit their battleship. Ooh, goody. So now, since we hit their battleship and it was right there, I bet the rest of the ship is really close by. So launch another one right there. And if that one misses, then you have to launch it. And you can just see kind of how absurd this is, because for one, you don't just blindly lob. The ocean is vast. To just blindly lob your missiles would just be a huge waste of resources, one. And two, the other thing is you wouldn't like take turns. You don't just like launch a missile and then, we hit their ship. Okay, well, let's just sit back, kick back, see what they do to us. That is not the way war works. You go all out. You go blitzkrieg on the opponent. So that alone, I think, makes Battleship not very much like real life. The biggest thing that friends I have in the Navy tell me about Battleship that really bothers them the most is that in real life, boats move. Apparently they drift, they can move, they can go around the ocean, and if there are torpedoes coming, they can try to get out of the way. They don't just kind of just sit there, camp out in the middle of the ocean, just waiting to get destroyed. So that is really the thing that bothers them the most. So Battleship, I say, on a rating scale of fun, it's a 10. Rating scale of realism, it's a 2. Because the only association it has with real life is they both have boats. But I strongly invite you to play a game of Battleship with your siblings or your parents, because it is a lot of fun. And Also, I hope you guys stay negative for the coronavirus out there. It's getting kind of, you can see my hair is getting longer. My beard is getting longer. I have told myself that I'm not going to shave until this whole thing is over. I hope I can do that, but one day you might open this thing up and you won't be able to see me. I'll just be a giant hairball. It'll be a surprise, wouldn't it? All right, everybody, take care. Let me know if you have any questions, of course, as always. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.